Shares of Uber slightly higher right now after reporting its fourth quarter earnings just moments ago. Joining us to break the numbers down is Ygal Arounian from Wedbush Securities. Likes the stock, likes the initial report. What do you see?
I thought it was a good report. It was the first step in the right direction. I think it was the cleanest quarter that they've put out in terms of take rates being strong and profitability headed in the right direction. The overall bookings growth was solid. It wasn't a blowout, but it was good enough, and I think they're moving in the right direction. This is what we needed to see to sustain that run off the lows.
What's the balance, if we look at ride sharing, between pure top-line growth as more people use the service versus price rationalization between the main players? In terms of the bullish drivers for this stock, is the top-line growth slightly slowing down a bit?
Top-line growth is slightly slowing down, but that makes sense. It's kind of law of large numbers there. But the rest of it's important, too. They need to get good take rates off of that. The rationalization needs to be there. That leads to the profitability. That's what investors have been concerned about, getting to that profitability, and that's a big piece of that. It's a really important one.
Has the company made the case that Uber Eats is core and that it's a good opportunity and it can find the economics it needs to?
It has, at least.
They've tried to make the case.
At least in parts of the world. So obviously in India, it's not. In markets where they feel like they can't, ultimately win that market, they'll back out. Look, they left India. India was a big driver of the loss in Uber Eats in 2019. So coming out of there is great for rationalization. The U.S. is a big market. I don't think we're seeing that in the U.S. yet, but we're probably going to see consolidation at some point, and that should support that business at some point, unless they just decide to exit it.
So what happened? They just went out with too aggressive a valuation for the IPO and hadn't convinced investors there was a path to profitability? And what's the hang-up here with the stock?
Yes, I think that was maybe part of it. The environment when they came out wasn't that great. They had a couple of quarters coming out of the IPO that weren't so strong, so they stumbled a little bit. Then you kind of got into this big disconnect between private valuations and public valuations. There were a lot of moving pieces, put a lot of pressure. People didn't see that path of profitability. It's becoming a little bit clearer. So there was a lot there. The hang-up, we're up 40% off the lows. I think we just need to keep moving in that direction. It's a big global story. I think it'll take time and it'll prove itself out.
Price target, $50.
Yeah.